Goodman and Hummel podcast, and we got Robbie Hummel.
I'd known you since you were a kid.
I could blow my knee out, both knees, and still kick your ass.
We're trying to find the Robbie Hummel statue.
I wanted to kill you.
All right, welcome in. Another episode of the Goodman and Hummel podcast. I am Jeff Goodman. He is Robbie Hummel, and we got the season just hours away, Rob. You know what that means?
It is.
You know what that means?
Back to work. It's good. It's time, man. It's time.
You think?
Dude, speak for yourself, man. You literally live in like 9 different places, and during the season you don't work anyway. So I'm so confused at how you could say this to me.
I don't know. It's too much fun to watch you gallivant through the golf courses over the course of the off season, and now have to go from like 0 to like 80 for you.
I did the Olympics in August. I did the TBT.
From where did you do them from?
Well, it's not like I did it by choice. I didn't. They didn't say, Rob, would you like to go to Paris or would you like to go to Stanford? They didn't ask that. They said you're going to Stanford, which is fine. Whatever.
Oh man. All right. Well, couple things we're going to do today. One of which we're going to make our Final Four picks, which we always do right before the start of the season. Number 2, we're going to do our annual draft, in which I destroyed you 2 years ago, and then you got back and you destroyed me last year. So this is
last year was a shameful performance by you.
I didn't prepare. I didn't really have a strategy. That was my problem last year. I didn't go in with it, and I think I took you lightly because you sucked 2 years ago.
Oh my God!
I think I just felt like I could show up and beat you.
You're such a moron.
And
okay,
you handed it to me last year. I'll give you that.
Yes, I did.
You did. But I think this one is going to be a little more interesting in terms of the
a lot of good players.
Yeah. Just kind of looking at the players on the board, how to put together a team, and obviously we have to draft one true mid-major player.
And clarify that, please.
Yeah, no AAC, no WCC, no A10, no Mountain West.
Oh, so no American. All right, that takes
basically one bid leagues.
That takes the guy off the board. But I was thinking about taking mid-major wise.
Yeah, none of those true. The mid-major leagues that get pissed off when they're called mid-major leagues because they're kind of in between. For the most.
The American's not mid-major. That's not.
No, I don't think any of those are really mid. Like they're in between those 4. All right, before we start with our Final Four picks, I want to get you with like the one thing you are looking forward to the most this college basketball season would be what? Like, what is the most intriguing?
I think, honestly, the fact that there's legitimately so many high-powered storylines.
Yeah.
Like Cooper Flag, high-powered storyline.
Yep.
UConn three-peat, high-power storyline.
Yep.
I just think that this could be as intriguing as a season since, like, the Zion year because of some of the star power. Not that other seasons aren't, but just because you look at some of the things that could happen. I just think there's a lot of talent, and it's the last year of the 5th years, which just keeps those good players that are like not good enough to go to the NBA, but also are like, I don't really want to go to Europe yet. I can make equally or more money here. So like, this is the last year of the talent surge, I would say. And we also have a couple guys that are like, you talk about a VJ Edgecombe or, Cooper Flag, Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper. Like, there's legitimate star power in the freshman class. I think that's what I'm most looking forward to. That's going to be awesome to watch.
It's much better, this freshman class, than it's been the last couple of years. I would say you're right. Like, the ones that stand out, there's 3 for me that stand out. One, you mentioned Cooper Flag is going to be number 1, right? He just is. He's going to be either loved or hated, depending on if you like Duke or you're from Maine, you love him. If not, you hate him, probably.
I don't know. Do you think he's got like the Redick? I love JJ Redick. I wasn't a Duke fan, but I loved watching.
I think
Redick
he's got some Leitner Redick. He won't talk as much shit, but the facial expressions, Rob, It's going to be the facial expressions of Cooper Flagg. I saw it a little bit develop over the years in that shit to him. And he carries himself with it. And I think that will, I mean, a white kid at Duke who's the best player in the country, potentially, and the #1 overall pick, most people are going to hate him.
But don't you think that they're like the fact that he went to the USA Select Camp and like hung with those guys? I don't know, dude. I just think I really liked watching Reddick play in high school, and I was not a Duke fan.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know
the mantra I got from an NBA GM the other day that texted me. I won't say who because I don't want to get him in trouble, but was hoop for Coop. That's what teams are gonna they're gonna do this year, probably.
Yeah.
All right, so
it's out there to do that.
Cooper Flagg, UConn. I agree with you. I don't think there's any argument. Those are 1A and 1B to the top storylines. I would say the next three might be John Calipari at Arkansas, Mark Pope at Kentucky, and Pat Kelsey at Louisville. Can Louisville be relevant?
What about Rick Pitino at St. John?
Yeah, but we're already there, right? Like
they didn't make the tournament last year. I think that they definitely are going to be better this year.
Yeah, I agree. I just think those are three news stories at play. Cal is, listen, he's kind of ESPN's golden boy in a way, right? Like to me, it's all about Cal wherever he goes. And Arkansas is the type of place where their fan base is not Kentucky, but not that far off. I mean, they're out of their minds.
No, they're awesome. That's a great fan base.
Yep.
Very underrated nationally. I don't think people outside the SEC understand what it's like to go into Bo Walton, but that place looks awesome.
So good. And he's got the resources. Pope, obviously, Kentucky. It's going to be different, but can he listen? Ultimately,
he was before you go. He was awesome on the podcast last week. He was great.
Right? You had never met him.
Never had.
And the stories he told. I mean, the one about him and Jeff Shepard the night before the NCAA tournament.
Yeah. The Larry Bird one was pretty good too.
That was good. That was good.
Yes.
Yeah,
he was awesome.
And Pat Kelsey, like, can Louisville can they go from the biggest laughing stock in college basketball to the NCAA tournament?
They're talented and they're going to play fun. Louisville fans, regardless, are going to enjoy this season, yes. I think, because it was just so bad.
No matter what.
I don't know if they'll make the tournament. They very well they could make the tournament, but man, it's going to be much different. Yeah. They're going to play fun, fast, shoot threes, get up and down. It'll be good.
Any other storyline that I missed in the top 5? Is there anything else you would say?
You know what? I'm looking forward to watching the Big 12 too, and the Big 10, because I think the Big 12 has more, I would say, high-end teams.
Yeah.
But the gauntlets that these conferences are now, of having to play 18 teams that are all good.
Yep.
And the Big 12, I think, is at another level. But I think the Big 10 will also be interesting because, and I've said this so many times, but when I played college basketball, there were teams that you knew in the league that you were going to beat as long as you basically showed up.
Yeah.
There was some get right games. Those do not exist in the NIL era of these major conferences. Everybody has talent.
Yeah.
Everybody is pretty good.
Yep.
I mean, I look at the Big 10 like a Penn State. Penn State was picked 16th, I think. They returned everybody. And they won 9 games in the Big 10 last year. USC, I think is going to be good. I watched the Gonzaga scrimmage.
Yep.
They are
they're old
talented and big and versatile. Yeah. They have big guards. Yep. They're older, like you said. Yeah, I just think it's going to be awesome to watch these leagues just rip each other apart, honestly. And you win those conferences, and the SEC could be included. You frickin' earn that stuff.
SEC is going to be a blast. You mentioned Big 12 and Big 10. I would say the SEC, again, Alabama.
No, for sure. The SEC should be in that.
Kentucky, Arkansas. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's. Having said that, I'm going to start with the transition from the SEC and say that one of my Final Four teams is going to be the Alabama Crimson Tide. I just think NATO, it's his system, his style, the personnel fitting his style, the depth they have. They can go 10 deep, Rob, and their second five. I'm pretty sure of this. Their second five could beat back end top 25 team. Their second five is as good as the starting group for a back end top 25 team.
Yeah, and they have a legitimate superstar. And Mark Sears is awesome. The
Yep.
season he had last year, just incredible. Incredible.
Are you with me? Are you with me with Alabama?
Yeah, I've got Bama in there as well. I've got
Okay.
Bama.
So we both got.
I got two in the SEC.
Ooh, who else?
You know what? I might be
wait?
drinking the Kool-Aid here.
You want to wait on this one till the fourth one, and let's see. Are you?
If you want.
Let's go with the ones that I think we have similar. Maybe you
okay.
Go.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll let the drama build here.
Yeah, I mean,
way to go. Maybe you did go to journalism school. I don't know.
I did. I do better teases than Rob Doster. Much better. Much better.
Hey, he's getting pubbed up nationally.
I know.
Announcing article. Don't let his head get too big, though.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take much. Kansas. Yeah. Their preseason, I think, won in the AP poll. Alabama's 2. It's close. You can go whichever way you want. You got to have the Jayhawks in there.
Yeah,
with the added shooting, scoring, depth, all of it. They can withstand injuries now where last year they were desperate. I mean, when Kevin McCullough and Hunter got hurt, it was over. They had no depth. They had no shooting. Yeah. Now they added Zeke Mayo, AJ Storr, Rylan Griffin, Flory Badunga as a backup pig.
No question.
Keith Passmore is a backup guard who can get after it defensively. Like, Bill Self has everything he needs now. I'm not going against Bill Self with them.
No, I totally agree. And you've got a point guard that just runs the show, is as solid as anybody. Probably underrated, honestly, just because I think intangibly what DeJuan Harris brings to a team, defends. Yeah. You know what? And he was aggressive in that Arkansas scrimmage. He actually, and granted, Hunter didn't play. Right. Hunter did not play in that game. But, I think Kansas is stacked. I cannot wait to see, and Bill Self kind of talked about this when he came on the pod. Can he get AJ Storr to do things that will clearly help him be a pro and be a pro
help Kansas
level and help Kansas win?
Right.
Guard. Yep. Go to the offensive glass. I mean, AJ Storr, I saw him a bunch last year. Big time athlete, big time frame at 6'7". Yep. He should get 2 offensive rebounds a game. There's no doubt he has that ability. It's about, does he go? Does he have the motor to go? But everything you said, I agree with, and I think Bill Self is the best X and O's coach in college basketball. So,
all right. So Alabama and Kansas are 2 easy ones. Then it gets hard. Then it gets hard for me. I went with Duke as my 3rd team, and I don't feel great about it, but I feel good enough because I feel like they have the best overall part of by the time March rolls around, I think Cooper Flagg, and he might be in November. Like, it wouldn't shock me if Cooper Flagg's the best all-around player right out of the gates.
Yeah.
Although I think we hear about him, we think he's a machine, and he's good.
Yeah, there's still like an adjustment period, right? Like, of physicality.
He's young.
Freshman, like he's 18 years old for sure.
Yes. But I'm going to go with Duke because I love Flagg. I think they've got a rim protector now in Kaman Maluak. I think they've got an elite shooter in Con Knippel. They've got some veteran guards. Proctor doesn't have to do too much now.
Yeah.
Caleb Foster can score. We know that. And then they've got some blend guys, right? Mason Gillis, who you know well. Zion James comes from Tulane. Blend guy. Like, they've just got enough of those guys as well that I think this is a team that's well put together. And that's the difference when we talk to John Shire. It's like, all right, I'm going to put a team together rather than just all the top talent.
And like a guy like Gillis, I mean, he makes threes, he offensive rebounds, he's tough, he's a good leader. Like that's a really good pickup for a team that has so much talent. And by all accounts, I've heard multiple people be like, yo, Con Knippel is a beast.
Real deal. Yeah.
Yes.
You know who loved them? You know who
that?
loved them? I talked to him about it 2 summers ago. His favorite player in the class, Tony Bennett. Your guy. Your guy who you keep
I
thinking.
like Tony Bennett. I never said I don't like Tony Bennett.
You
I
keep
can
killing
think
him.
what Tony Bennett did is not right and still like Tony Bennett.
All right. Okay. Okay.
I mean, do you think it's good that kid that was going to start for them just went in the portal and is going to
No.
redshirt now? That's a
No, I
great
don't.
thing for him.
No, I think there was probably a lot of tampering going on after Tony
I'm not
Bennett
saying that there
retired.
wasn't. I'm saying it's not right to the players. You know what? Carry the water. Carry the water, Jeff. That's your guy. And I think Tony Bennett is an awesome guy. I just don't like what he did.
I hope Tony sees
Two
you.
things can be true at the same time.
I hope you have a game in Charlottesville this year and Tony just goes down and check it out and he sees you in a back hallway.
Oh, is he going to fight me?
Yeah, I think he's
The nice guy in coaching is going to
Sucker
fight me
punch
because
you.
I was like, I don't like the timing of his retirement.
Yes.
I doubt that happens.
All right.
All right,
Anyway,
I'm going to
you got it.
diverge from you here. You
Yeah.
went Duke, which I think that's solid. I'm
Yeah.
going Connecticut. Maybe I just want the story.
The formula. You love Dan Hurley in the formula, don't you?
I don't want to be the guy that ends up on like the bulletin board material for Dan Hurley that says he said this about us because he does that stuff.
Oh, I'm going to say it right now. The formula is dead. The
What do you
formula is over this year. So I don't think UConn gets back to the Final Four. I really don't. I don't know, man. Like, Diarra is my point. Now, again, I didn't think Tristan Newton was good enough, and neither did Dan Hurley when he first got there from East Carolina, and he turned into a pretty damn good point guard.
But what about Solomon Ball? I've heard that he has been really, really good for them.
Yeah, solo ball. I think
McNeely's going to be one of the better freshmen in the country.
Agreed.
I love Caravan. I like Samson Johnson.
Yeah.
You might be right, but you know what? He's won the last 2. It's an incredible run. He is a phenomenal
Dan
coach.
Hurley's ridiculous.
And they have a lot of talent.
Listen.
So I'll go Connecticut, even though you don't like the pick.
No, I love Dan Hurley. I think he and the staff have done an insane job. And again, to go against them seems ridiculous, but at some point, this is not end.
Even UCLA lost eventually, but it has to happen. But this team does have enough talent, I feel like, to do it. And with him coaching the team, I'll let it ride until proven otherwise. So, all right, who's your fourth?
Chris Beard, Ole Miss. They're old.
Oh my God,
they're old. After I watched them,
watch the Illinois scrimmage.
Yeah.
You were riding the Illinois hype train, but then you saw them get driven in Ole Miss and switch.
Yes.
Oh my God! I need to quit this podcast. I cannot.
You know how they say exhibitions don't matter?
Not to you, and not what I'm about to say either. My pick. Oh my God!
I just think here's my thing, Rob. Here's my thing. Like, Beard last year took over. Well, first of all, let's look at his track record, right? Let's look at Chris Beard's track record as a coach and what he's done at Texas Tech, what he built at Texas before he got fired, right? Like, the guy can.
They were stacked the year that Rodney Terry took over. They made the Elite Eight, and they were awesome.
Arkansas Little Rock, his one and only year, they went to the tournament.
Yeah, I'm aware that
who'd they beat?
Purdue in Denver. I was there.
Yeah, I was there too. I just think Beard, people forget how good a coach he is because
he is a great coach.
Stuff. And now he's got.
Aren't they picked like 9th in the SEC?
Probably. They're old. They've got not a star in Matthew Morrell, but they got.
No, he's an all SEC player.
You know what they have? You know what they have that I thought they screwed up last year was, and they didn't have a choice. Remember, they took like a couple 2-time transfers that they didn't know would be eligible, like Cisse and I think the kid from Georgetown, the guard, who's now at McNeese State. Now they have bigs who can score, like the kid Dia from SMU can score. Like, they had bigs that were repetitive that could not score last year. Brandon Murray was the kid's name from
They
Georgia.
guarded the shit out of Illinois.
Yeah.
They beat the brakes off those guys.
And they can score.
Yeah.
They're old. They're old. They've got balance. They've got enough pieces. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not saying they're like obviously you roll the dice with 1 out of 4. To me, you try to roll the dice 1 out of 4 Final Four picks. You're not picking 4 favorites.
Yeah. No,
Or
I'm
are
gonna do
you?
the same.
Or are you?
And I'm gonna. You said don't
Yeah.
buy into the hype of the exhibitions.
Yeah. Who you got?
I'm going Arkansas. The way, dude, the way that Boogie Flan and DJ Wagner carved Kansas, Janelle Davis, Carter Knox, you got Adu, you got Trayvon Brazil, and I think Cal is going to be as hungry as ever. They're talented as any team. Like they have a lot of good players. We'll see. I could look back in March and be like, that was a Goodman-esque pick. But I watched the Kansas game and I was like, man, these guys are balling. Boogie
I like
Flam.
this. I like this though that we each have an SEC team that kind of like could go either way.
Bama, and then you're Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And I'm Arkansas. So
I went with the coach. You went with the talent.
Yeah.
I think.
Players win games.
Players do win games. I think Beard's got enough talent. I don't think
Morrell's
he's
good.
Win 6 straight games.
Yeah, Morrell's a good player.
But I think he can
win.
Kid
from Virginia Tech can score too. And I think as a second option, that's probably better.
Yeah, Padula. Yep. They're old. They got shooters. They got scorers. They got bigs. I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know. All right, let's get to our draft here because
who's drafting first?
This could take us a half an hour the way we go. I don't think it will, but maybe.
I don't think so. I'm well versed.
You had the first pick last year with Zach Edey, did you not? I feel like
I think so.
I
won, so I should get to pick.
Huh?
I won, so I get to choose. I'll take the first pick.
You want first pick?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Cooper Flag.
All right. You can take Cooper Flag. You got it. I got the next 2.
Yeah.
I will take Hunter.
What? Well, all right, that's fair.
He's going to put up 20.
No, I know.
I mean, they're going to be.
There's not as many good bigs. Remember the one year you were drafting like an idiot because you were like you could have waited after I took Edey because there was like 5 others. But yeah,
I'm going to take Hunter and Sears.
All right, yeah, that's a good pick.
2 best players on the 2 best teams.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go. Boy. All right. I'm gonna go RJ Davis.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go. This might be an unpopular choice. I'm gonna go Cam Jones at Marquette. I just think you can play him at the 1 or the 2. Yeah. And I love Cam Jones' game.
No, I like that. I like that one. I think that's a good one. All right. What am I going to do? Where am I going with this?
Man, my team is already looking nice.
I'm going to go.
Jeff is already wavering.
Yeah. Well, goodness. I just want to make sure I'm.
No, I can see it.
This is more. This is a little more strategy than
Caleb Love is on. Caleb Love is on the board.
Yeah. Thank you. I will pass respectfully.
You won't take him if he's there in like the 15th pick.
We'll see. I'm not committing to anything. I'm not committing to anything.
Wow.
Remember the rules too. Have to take the mid-major player.
Yep.
I am going to take Alex Caravan.
That's a good pick.
I feel like I have the 3 best players on the 3 best teams right now. Can't go wrong there.
I mean, do you think Cooper Flag, RJ Davis, and Cam Jones are bad picks?
No. I just don't think Marquette's going to be that good this year. I think Cam Jones is going to average 20. I think Cam could.
He's going to have games of like 40.
Agreed.
They still have a good core. I don't think they're going to be bad. I think they'll be.
I worry about them. I actually really worry about Marquette.
I like Ben Gold from seeing him last year.
I like him too. I just don't like Tyler Kolek made everything so easy for everybody else.
Yeah, but I don't know. Cam Jones did a pretty good job when Kolek got hurt of running the show, and then when Sean Jones gets back from the knee, I think they're going to be all right. Honestly.
All right.
You got one more pick.
Oh, I do. Sorry. I'm going to go. All right, let's go. Boy. I am going to go with a tough one right now. I'm worried
Just
about
make a pick, dude.
I want
Make a pick.
I know. Well, I need it. I need another guard.
Caleb Love is on the board.
Score it. I'm going to take Braden Smith. I'm going to play Braden Smith and Sears together. Might be ugly
Sears
defense.
off the ball.
Yeah, he's better. I think he's better off the ball.
Braden Smith's going to have a massive year, so that's
right.
fine.
He's going to put up great numbers.
Yeah. Let's see, I've got 2 guards.
Yeah, you need a big.
I need a big, but I don't necessarily need to draft one here because you've already taken Hunter.
True.
So I can probably wait on that. Need to bolster. Boy, some of these freshmen are like enticing but unproven.
Yeah, you haven't. You don't want to.
Like,
you don't want to swing and miss. That's your problem.
And remember what happened to me 2 years ago? I learned the hard. Remember, I drafted like what's my man's name at Duke?
You drafted Monty Bates.
I drafted him.
Yep.
And you know what? For the long-term play, he's found his way. He's gained a bunch of weight. He's looking good.
Short-term play, it didn't work out for you.
But it didn't help me for that one year.
Did not.
Man, this is a little bit challenging here. I think I'm going to go because Cooper Flag, I could play at the 3 or the 4.
It's more of a 4, but yes.
Yeah, I think he's better at the 4 for sure.
Is.
This might sound like early, but I'm trying to build a team. I'm going to go. God, this could be too early for him.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go Kadari Richmond.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Just because I think as a two-way player, best defensive player on Seton Hall last year. I know he didn't shoot the 3 great, but dude, he is a beast. He's a good player.
Yep.
I'm going to go that, and then I'm going to take for my backup point guard, Hunter Salas.
Okay. All right. I am going to go with VJ Edgecombe. I need a wing who can guard.
Yep.
He's not going to put up crazy numbers. I think.
I guess I probably could have taken him instead of Kadari, but I think Kadari's numbers are going to be better.
They will be.
Baylor's so good.
I'm looking at my team and I'm saying, like, I need a big wing who can guard.
Yeah.
So he's going to be awesome. He's going to be a great two-way player who averages 12, 14 points, but just impacts the game in kind of ways, not like Cooper, because he doesn't pass it like Cooper, but he's going to be a box score guy. I'm going to draft Ty and Grant Foster next.
Damn it.
Yeah.
So you go with your mid-major player. That's like cheating. Well, you know what?
No, it's called brilliant.
Year.
It's called beating your ass because you don't know another mid-major player.
Dude, I already know I'm going to take. All
right, let's see.
I saw Ty and Grant Foster in the NCAA tournament last year. He has a lot of ability.
Yeah.
He jacks.
Yep.
And they play very free at Grand Canyon, but man, he is good.
And we're drafting 13 guys total, correct? 13.
Yeah, 13's good. 13's good. All right. That's solid. Do I go center now? I guess I really don't have to.
I mean, I'm going to start drafting a center just to take him from you.
All right, I'm going to take a center, actually, just to get it over. I'm going to go Ryan Kalkbrenner.
Yeah, smart. That was my dilemma, was Hunter or Kalkbrenner, to be honest.
Kalkbrenner didn't get picked last year. And everyone, like all the Creighton people were upset about it, but it was really more of he was like the 5th big.
Right.
You're only going to take 4, starter and a backup. And with the other guys, like, you just really – and that's not fair to him because he is an elite player. 3-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year is insane. All right.
You got one more or no?
Yeah. I'm going to go – I'm going to roll the dice a little bit here. I'm going to go Ace Bailey.
Ooh, I like it. I almost did it last one.
He's just so talented.
Yep.
Insane talented.
Yes. No doubt. Um, man, like I feel like now it's just like take best player available almost. Like I feel
Well,
like
you
my
don't know how to
starting
build a team,
five,
so you would never consider fit.
my starting five, I mean, I have shooters from all over, except for VJ, who can make a shot, but like, Hunter can stretch it, Sears, Caravan, Braden Smith can all shoot it. I feel like I need a little more athleticism still and a little more length on this team. Um, I'm going to go with they're just that's the one thing when you look around, you say like, and that's Ace Bailey, I think was a great pick because those big long wings, there
Well,
aren't
or Ty and Grant Foster.
right,
Like,
right.
there's just not many guys like those dudes.
It's crazy that there
Yeah.
really aren't. I'm going to go with Dylan Harper. I'm going to go with Dylan Harper. You
Yeah, I
went with
thought
Ace
about it.
Bailey?
I thought about going Dylan
Yeah,
Harper
I, I,
also.
I
Just
just
because
think
you can plug him in so many different spots. Like yeah.
he's more solid than Ace. I think he's going to be more consistent, but
Ace Bailey is a higher ceiling for sure.
Ace is
But I
going to
think the
have
floor is definitely higher for Dylan Harper.
Ace is going to have a 30-point game and follow it up with 4, where I think Dylan Harper is going to be consistent, 10 to 15 most nights.
Yeah, that's fair. Is it my pick? No, you got one more.
I got one more now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one more. I'm going to go all right, I am going to go Caleb Love right now. I need a guy off the bench who can heat things up, and I'm gonna live or die with him. But I'm gonna go with Caleb Love because, man,
I am shocked. This is
he's
the
like Vinny
shock of the
Johnson.
draft right here.
He's Vinny Johnson. That's who Caleb Love is. He's Vinny Johnson, and if you bring him off the bench in your second unit, Rob, and you're like, I need a bucket, I need somebody to get us going, and then if you got enough other players around him that, like, if he's taking those crazy shots, you're like, no, sit your ass back down. Like
Will he
that
buy in though? He might
might not buy in.
Role.
Listen, I'm gonna hire a hell of a coach.
No, you're the coach. He's screwed.
If I'm the coach, yeah.
We are the GM and the coach. We're both. We're like the Greg Popovich.
He's in trouble then. He's in major
he's going to be in your doghouse from day one.
He's going to, probably ask me for more NIL right away too. Go ahead. What do you got?
All right. I want to keep getting shooting. So you know what? I'm going to kind of load up on 2 guys that'll play different, like they can be more versatile. I'm going to go Peyton Sanford and Jackson Robinson.
Wow. Didn't even have them on my board.
I just think they're going to both have good years, and I need some shooting.
Who was your 5th pick? Who was your 5th pick?
Hunter Salas.
That's right, Salas. Yeah. Yeah. No, Sanford's an elite shooter.
Yeah.
Elite shooter. I'm going to go Janai Broom. Janai Broom for sure. He's gonna
have that's
monster,
a good pick.
A monster year. Like he could be National Player of the Year if Auburn ends up surprising people. And because I just feel like he's gonna be like a walking 20 and 10.
Yeah. No, he is. Numbers wise, this is like a fantasy team.
Right.
That's a really solid. And like you'd think if we were playing it like a fantasy team, he would be picked like, in the top 4 picks because of the number. He's going to get you a double every game.
So my favorite 2-way guard is Taman Lipsey, and I need somebody that can guard a high level there. So I'm going Lipsey there.
He did make big strides last year.
He was
offensively.
Awesome. I mean,
still being the defensive player that we know he is.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be a guy again. That's why I got Caleb Love coming off the bench. You need guys for different roles, Rob. I know that's something foreign to you. Trying to put together a real team rather than just throwing talent out there.
Yeah, because I just took two guys that weren't even on your board, and now you're saying, do you listen to yourself talk? I don't think you do. God, you say the dumbest shit.
I got 10 guys. I got 10. I feel great about my team. Not good. I feel tremendous about my team right now.
I like my team too. But the problem with this exercise this year might be that there's enough good players that both these teams are going to be good.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. But like, what's the swing and miss? That's going to be the question, right? Who's the swing and miss?
Who's the Amani Bates of this year?
Right. Is there one on Rutgers? Because we each went with a Rutgers freshman.
No, that's
Is
true.
one of them great and one of them kind of flops? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to need to get a backup big. And I do think that there is severe drop off the top three. So Janai Broom was probably a really good pick.
You got one. I think there's one more that's going to put up mammoth numbers.
You've got Balo, you've got Avila, Eric Dixon, Amori, Vlad Golden, Graham, Ike. Ike is going to put up big numbers. But I don't need to draft that yet because I know you're not taking another big. All right. Could use. Boy, this could be a gamble. I need a backup 4. Although Ace Bailey could play the 4, but I could also play him at the 3.
Yeah,
and Sanford. No, I don't. I don't. Peyton Sanford could play the 4. I think I just have to go best available here. I've filled all my my spots. Man. I'm gonna go. Sorry. This is getting hard. This is
yes, it is. It is.
I'm gonna go with God, I don't want to take either of these guys. I don't want to do this. Man.
What do you got?
I'm just kind of torn here. You know what? He's been so productive at every stop. Their team's not going to be very good. He's going to put up numbers. Or do I go with a more upside? You know what? I'm going upside. It's got me in trouble last year, but this kid made the all-freshman team at South Carolina. Colin Murray Boyles.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good. Really good. Yeah,
between like him and Ozabor. But I'm a little bit like Washington might be one of the teams at the bottom of the Big
They're
Ten.
not going to be good. And he'll put up good numbers, but I don't. Yeah, maybe he'll put up great numbers.
Now, he might. He might be the guy that averages 20 on a team that's,
Yeah, I could see it. I mean,
all right, Murray Boyles.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go. You're still on the board that would be like a long-term play.
Go ahead.
Is Bryce Hopkins.
Yeah, I'm not taking chances.
But you don't know how healthy
I'm not taking chances. I love him if he's healthy, but I'm not.
Yeah, no.
I'm not doing it. That got me in trouble last year, I think.
Yeah. Wade Taylor's on the board, but
he's Caleb Love. I think they're the same player.
He shot 36% from the field last year.
Don't you think they're very similar?
The box score up. They're going to be pretty good. Man. This has come to how many players we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. So I've got a mid-major I have to take.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to take my backup big right now. I'm going to go Ike.
Okay. You just want 2 bigs, really.
Yeah. I guess Murray Boyles could play the 5, but that's all right. He's 4.
Like I really want to go with like take a shot on a guy, on a freshman, but I feel like if I do that, I'm just setting myself up here to, to fail. I am going.
Coleman Hawkins is on the board.
Yeah. Love Coleman. I might take him.
All right, take him.
I just want to know his health. Like that's the only thing. Like, just want to make sure he's healthy. That's my only worry about him. But love Coleman. Who else? See what he went Colmard Boyles. I'm gonna go Liam McNeely.
It's a good pick. They're gonna be good.
Yeah,
they're gonna run stuff for him.
Yep. And then I got one more. I'm gonna go Coleman because he can do so many different things. Like that's the thing. He's a versatile big. Which is what I need. I don't have anybody like that on my team, and I don't have anybody that can talk shit like Coleman. I need somebody that can talk some shit. So that combination. Braden Smith doesn't say anything. Sears doesn't say anything. We talked to Caravan. He's too nice. Hunter used to.
Hunter does. What do you mean?
Not as much. He's toned it down. Imagine Hunter and Coleman together. Yeah, be pretty good. Shit talk. And I will let him go. There'll be no, as long as
Kansas connection right there of Hunter and Coleman. Just
as long as they don't pick up dumb technicals, right?
Acting crazy, talking trash.
Right. I mean, they might intimidate Cooper Flagg. He might go into a little bit.
Cooper Flagg was playing against LeBron James in the summer. God, you are just the worst.
All right.
Man, last pick.
Last pick for you. Is this it? 3-5.
My last go around here, yeah.
What do
I think you have one. 11? You have one to finish, right?
You have two now, right?
I have two. You have one.
Yep.
Yeah, you have 12. So I have. All right. For. Man, there's actually some really good players still out there.
I know. A lot of
Clayton, Ryan Nemhard.
This is the hardest we've ever, this is by far the most difficult since we started.
Yeah. Great Ozabor, Grant Nelson, Tyson Degenhardt, Dawson Garcia, Ballo, Dixon, Amori, Golden.
I took Boogie Fland.
Shit, I should. The way he played. You know what? That'll be my flyer. I love it.
Boogie
Fland. Know what? I got to stay more solid. Solid won me this last year.
Oh, now you go back and forth. Look at you.
Solid won me this last year.
You don't know what to do.
I need production that I can count on.
Did you take your?
You know what? I'm going Matthew Murrell.
Oh, and then you're going to take your mid-major guy?
Yeah.
All right. You still need your mid-major. I can't wait to see who you take.
Caden Pierce, 2024 Ivy League Player of the Year. And the preseason Ivy League Player of the Year.
You know who his brother is, right?
Yeah, the receiver for the Colts.
Yeah, Alec Pierce. Yep.
Talking like I didn't have any. I had more guys lined up.
Who else did you have?
At VCU lined up. I had Lendeborg lined up until I found out I couldn't draft American Conference players.
What? Like American players?
No, American Conference.
You draft American players.
No, I know. I meant American Conference players. Have you seen Yaxel Lendeborg at UAB?
Not in person. No, I've never seen.
Rebounding machine.
All right, I got one left. Boy. I think I'm going to do it again. Took him last year. I think I'm going to do it again. Tyson Degenhardt.
Yeah.
My guy. He's got to shoot better from three, though. That's
the thing. His percentage from three after his freshman year, really.
I know. I'm getting on him about this. We're going to have I'm going to call him into my office.
You're going to give him the shooting coach lessons that you are?
Yeah, I'm going to get Phil Beckner in there and work with him a little bit. I mean, nice. Maybe get, Jason Tatum shooting coach. What's his name again?
I have no idea.
Belmont guy?
Does he have one?
Yeah, the Belmont guy. Embiid works with him. What's his name?
I don't know.
I forget his name.
Lethal shooter?
I don't know. He did some. I mean, it worked for Tatum for the first 3 games. The last 2, it's been a little off, but
As any good shooter knows.
I like my team here. I think you went astray a little bit. You took a couple chances with Sanford and Jackson Robinson.
I'm just counting on them to have. I think Iowa's going to be pretty good, and I think Sanford's going to be their best player. And I wanted shooting, and I think Kentucky's going to shoot a ton of threes, and Jackson Robinson's going to be the guy.
Here's what I'll say. Here's the difference in our teams. Here's the big difference. I value winning. Look at my starting five. Look at my starting five and tell me I don't value winning.
I had to take Cooper Flagg first.
Fine. That's fair. RJ at Carolina, we'll see.
RJ Davis has played in the national title game.
We'll see how good they are.
Has he not?
Without Baycott.
Answer the question.
Without Cormac.
Has he played in the
without
national
Harrison
title?
Ingram?
Jeff, answer the question. Has he played in the national title game?
Yes.
Okay.
Cam Jones, we'll see how good Marquette is. We'll see how good St. John's is. We'll see how good Wake is. You could have, out of your starting lineup, you could have 3 guys not make the NCAA tournament.
Marquette's ranked in the top 15 to start the year.
Not by me. Not by me. I have Kansas.
No one cares about your rankings.
Kansas, Alabama, UConn, Purdue, Baylor. I went with culture.
All right.
I went with culture. So I feel good. Like, I'm going to sleep well tonight. I'm going to sleep well. Honestly, we're going to put these teams up there, and my guess is everybody's going to be on my side here.
All right.
You know who I got on my side too?
Who?
Purdue fans.
It's true. But, I took RJ Davis.
You did.
So.
Look, you look a little bit worried right now.
I'm not worried.
Look in your face.
I won by if we played last year, my team won by 50 points. It's a blowout.
Right now, you're looking at it and going, shit, can I like golf, can I get a mulligan? Can I get a mulligan here, please?
No, I feel all right. I do wish I had drafted Janai Broome.
I generally can read your facial expressions very well. I can tell you're a little concerned right now.
I'm not concerned. I like my team.
Where are you next week? What's your schedule? Where is the Robbie Hummel Tour start this year? Purdue. It's got to be Purdue.
It does start at Purdue. It starts at Purdue for Texas A&M Corpus Christi. I'm in Indiana. I see Indiana and Southern Illinois Edwardsville.
Yeah.
Got a Xavier game in there. They play, I think, the school formerly known as IUPUI, IUPUI.
Yeah.
And
I'm doing
a Bulls game too.
You have what?
I'm doing a Bulls game too.
Oh, you are? They're actually playing okay.
Yeah. You know what? They're playing kind of fun.
Are they?
A bunch of threes and playing fast.
Are you at Indiana
on Wednesday?
Oh, it's Wednesday. I may go for the Michigan football game. I'm not sure. Probably not, but I may.
The funny thing is of all the Big Ten games I have in November, I have Purdue 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
Oh my God!
I have Indiana 2 times, and I have Ohio State once. That's.
I mean, are you going to break your own record for Purdue games?
No, it definitely is not nearly as much.
It'll slow down.
November a lot, but then December, I think I have them once or twice. And
where are you for? Where are you for a November tournament this year?
San Diego.
That's a good one, right? That's
yeah. Ole Miss, Purdue, NC State, and BYU.
Oh,
it was supposed to be Arkansas. Arkansas, my guys are supposed to be out there, but they I don't know if they pulled out or dropped out, or they were scheduled to play and then they dropped out with somebody else. I forget.
I almost took the kid Igor Demine, the freshman from BYU. I almost took him, but I figured that was too big of a roll of the dice. That was the one that I was really, really concerned about.
You do have proven talent.
Yep. Proven talent wins in this. It wins. That's what I think.
But you know what? I think you're hating Hunter Salas could be the best pro prospect that came back to school.
No, he's great. And he'll put up crazy numbers.
J.R. Richmond's a really good player. Cam Jones a really good player. I mean, this is honestly about production. We don't take these teams, Jeff, and add their records and be like, oh, my team was 420.
It's about
numbers.
it's about who screwed, like who swung and missed.
I
And
know.
I don't know how many there'll be in these. I don't see a lot.
I think all these dudes that we drafted are pretty good.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think we took the chances.
I think that before we stop, the snubs
Yeah.
are in Wade Taylor. He's going to
Yep.
put up crazy numbers.
Yep. True.
Walter Clayton and Ryan Nemhard, I would say, probably could make a case. LJ
100%.
Cryer.
Robbie Avila.
Oh, for sure. Robbie Avila. Bryce Hopkins.
Tucker DeVries. Tucker DeVries
definitely.
LJ Cryer, did you say?
I said Cryer. Great Ozabor.
Augustus Marcellonis.
Yeah. Yep.
The one that I was surprised you didn't take was Norchad or Muir.
Yeah, I mean, I guess from a numbers perspective,
Right.
he will get a double-double every game.
Every game. He'll probably average 15.
His motor is stupid.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Now you can make the case. I guess when I took Colin Murray Boyles and was considering him or Great Ozabor, O'Meara could have been taken in that spot too.
Just from a production standpoint, again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it. We're going to get these. We're going to give these to Trevor, and he's going to put out our teams, and we're going to have people vote and see whose team they like the most, Rob. And good luck next week. I mean,
where are you going to be at? Charleston?
No. We've got a triple header to start the
season.
Oh,
yeah, that's going to be cool. Why don't you talk about that?
Yeah, we got Chris Mack, 2.5 years off, playing against Scott Nagy, coming back to South Dakota. First game at Southern Illinois. That's the tip-off. That's the first D1 versus D1 game of the season, and that'll be on our streaming on both YouTube and Twitter on Field of 68. Then at 2:00 local time, it'll be Santa Clara, who returns everybody, Rob. Everybody. And
you guys have good games.
Really good against St. Louis, and Josh Schertz's first game, and Robbie Avila coming over there, and they kept Gibson Jimerson. So they're going to be like a top 25-ish team. And then the nightcap, Will Wade goes to South Dakota State and plays South Dakota State right around the corner.
So you guys aren't – the third game is not at the Pentagon?
It is. It's at the Pentagon. Oh. So they're not playing at home, but they're playing basically at home. And the best part is when I asked Will Wade, I'm like, hey, man, I'd asked some other teams, will you play South Dakota State in Sioux Falls? And everybody's like, hell no. And Will's like, hell yeah, I don't care. And I'm sure it would probably, what's that going to be? A quad, 2? Yeah.
Quad 2
he said, he's like, I know they win their league every year, and why not? I think he has a different attitude about things. And he always wanted to play people, even at LSU and VCU, but he's just like, you know what? I'm playing.
And going on the road early in the season is going to help you in conference play.
He knows he's not going to be an at-large, most likely. I mean, you
probably got to win your conference tournament anyway.
Right. So those 3 games are going to be great. Just to have games early that are intriguing.
No, I commend you guys on doing this. Yeah. Are you doing the color?
So I'm doing, I'm not a big fan of sideline. I've done it. So I'm doing color for the first game.
I can't wait I'm going to critique the living hell out of this game.
Charleston.
All the things that you're screwing up because you just don't, I don't think you have it to do color. I
can do color. Analyst. Trust me. I'll be good at color.
You don't know the game. You're just going to be here's what you're going to do. There'll be a 3-pointer made and you'll be like, yeah, he played at this prep school and was the number 75th ranked player in the country. What a shot by Smith.
I will let you. Listen, it's going to be me, Randolph Childress, and Alex Heinert.
Let Randolph talk way more than you.
Listen, obviously, he knows the game. That's what he's there for. But I think I can.
In fact, maybe just hit the mute button for you the entire game and let Randolph just do it.
Well, I always said I wish there was a mute button for one Dan Dockich when he was at ESPN. If there was a mute button just for one person, though, not for the whole broadcast.
I was talking about hitting your cough button. You should hit your cough button.
I was talking about as a fan, as a viewer, being able to, it would be a great thing to be able to have a mute button for just one person on the broadcast. Some people might use it for you.
They
You
might.
never know.
You never know.
You might use it for
know.
you.
You
So,
never know.
all right. Well, listen, thanks for joining us. Goodman and Hummel podcast. I always love getting Rob at the end there where he doesn't know what to say. It's always the best part of the pod. The best part of the pod is watching Rob squirm when I say something that maybe he thinks I shouldn't. We'll see you next week. And happy